Gabe here from Spite-Filled Clothing Co-op, one of the worker owners, like all three of us, I guess. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about, the last couple days, specifically the last couple weeks. Huge thank you to everybody that purchased a shirt. We're doing the ordering this week. We're super excited to get those into your hands. One of the things that's been really interesting is the interactions that we've been having online. We get the opportunity to, talk with people that want to attack, and that's fine. You say what you need to say. You have an opinion. That's great. Like, it's something that we are really trying to embrace, really trying to start those conversations and actually have those moments where I feel like in the comments, there's been moments where people have come in antagonistic and left with a smile on their face, at least laughing. And there's nothing wrong with that. So, but we've been called a lot of things in the last couple of days. We've been called, at first we were getting called commies a lot because people were really focused on the cooperative part of it. But now, because the shirt has a pride flag on it with a Bible citation, we've been called, freaks and saying we're mocking the gospel and queers and faggots and all this other stuff. And, sure, it's rude, whatever, who cares? I'm in my 40s. I grew up in the 90s. Call me what you want, man. I've been called all of it already. I grew up a half-breed in rural America, so woohoo. But I know not everybody can take an insult on the chin quite as easily. We all have different levels of, what we can emotionally and mentally tolerate. Dave and I were actually literally just talking about this. He's like, how are you doing with this? Because knowing me for such a long time and knowing each other for such a long time, I know that 5-6 years ago, I just would have lashed out at everybody that called me a name, because it's, the way I've been my whole life. But we're doing something different. We're trying to foster conversations, create dialogue, find new ways to bridge old gaps, heal old wounds, So to that end, I do want to share some resources with you, because one of the important things about being a cooperative is education and our community. And I know that there is a place right here to say, if you are in fact, LGBTQ plus, we all know the gay alphabet soup, not a big deal. There are resources, mental health resources that you can turn to, specifically, for, how you identify or how you identify your sexuality. And that's great. I'm going to share a link to, a special site from the Human Rights Campaign that has some specific resources for trans, lesbian, gay, adult, youth. It has a very good breakdown of different resources that you can use. If you are in crisis, there's numbers for that too. Be sure to do your best to not suicide. I know that some people, don't make it. That's your choice, but let's do our best to not do that. Yeah. We keep it lighthearted. We try to tell jokes. We try to be funny. We're making shirts that we hope are provocative and at least give some people a chuckle. But the reality is we are dealing with serious subjects a lot of the times. And the way that people feel entitled to be abusive towards people that are gay is gross. So, A, don't be that douche. And B, if you need help, check out right down here in the description or in the comments, depending on what platform you're on. And there will be a link to some resources from the Human Rights Campaign. Past that, you guys have a spiteful day and think at all costs.